Hey everyone, so this is my review of The Librarians, Season 3, Episode 6, called Trials of the Triangle. And basically what this episode is about is, in order to stop the spread of pure evil, the team must find the Eye of Ra and unravel the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. And Flynn must pass a series of tests to try and obtain the Eye of Ra. And this was a very interesting episode that was a little confusing at some parts, but it was still really fun to watch. I did really like the whole, episode that brought up a bit more about, the past, librarians, and especially one of them who was the one who, originally obtained the Eye of Ra. And, learning a bit more about, what some of these past librarians were kind of like. That was really kind of cool. Then I also really liked, the idea that went with, the Bermuda Triangle, and, which one of the many theories about it that they decided to go with. Which the one that they went with was that the Bermuda Triangle is a wormhole of some sort that only is really going one way. And then it was very interesting that this whole episode sort of revolved around teamwork and how Flynn still is having a hard time sort of understanding that he needs to work with the rest of the librarians as a team, and him sort of working through that kind of, because at the end of this episode, they made it seem like that problem was resolved, that Flynn was finally gonna, work with the team and stuff. But in my opinion, it really kind of wasn't. So that was a little weird how they decided to end it. I did really like that this other dimension had, a kind of Alice in Wonderland sort of theme to it when, explaining, how to, get the Eye of Ra and stuff like that. So that was super fun. It was a little weird how the team didn't, think about, the other passengers on, the plane and stuff when they were doing that whole scene. Because, I'd understand it if, they didn't go into such detail. They just, point out, crap, we forgot about all these other people and trying to, save them as well as ourselves when going through this wormhole. They didn't really do that. It was more all of a sudden they, realized, oh, there's other people on this plane. And that was really weird because, they made such a big deal about wanting to save all these people. Why didn't they make a big deal about it before they got on the plane? I feel like that should have been a thing, otherwise it just was really confusing. I really did like the distraction that Flynn and Eve did when they were trying to get the rest of the team through, the security with all their equipment that would have gone off in, the metal detectors and stuff like that. So they made this sort of, distraction, and that was really kind of cool to see them, faking it to somewhat, but also sort of, telling the truth to each other. And I find it kind of weird that Flynn didn't really know how to speak Spanish, because I feel like knowing his character, that should have been a common thing for him, is to be able to speak Spanish. And yes, they kind of explain it, he knows how to speak, old-style Spanish, and not, modern Spanish. But still, that was really kind of weird that he doesn't know how to speak Spanish. But I do have to say, overall, with what this episode showed and did and everything, it was just really fun and really entertaining to watch. So, yeah, that's my review of The Librarians, Season 3, Episode 8, called The Trials of the Triangle. So, yeah. Bye!